Hey guys, what's up? Human Dog here. Happy New Year. 2019 was a great ride, but it has to end. I had a great year, lots of metal. 6 concerts this year. It's one more than what I went to last year, which were 5 shows. This year was 6. Let's see how many gigs I'll go to next year. And when I say lots of metal, it's also because I've been growing my collection. And now it can be called a collection. I have like 45 CDs. Um, really wanting more. And also, lots of anecdotes from concerts. So, first one was like a small little festival with bands like Asphyx, FKU, some underground Spanish bands, Snake Eyes Solder, and Brutal Thin, and this one from Portugal, Toxico. They're like, I don't know, how can I say it? They have the old school sound, but they're modern. And then, Battle Beast concert, nothing interesting happened there, except for, just this thing. I made lots of improvements to the battle jacket, as you can see. And funny thing, my mother and some friends of mine were telling me that, oh, you can't wear this, it'll be offensive to the Holy Week. It's because they do this event where they carry some heavy altars of Jesus Christ and Virgin Mary and all that. Okay, and next was the festival. I went to Leyendas del Rock, and it was fucking awesome. I finally went. That's one thing I'm proud about this year. One thing I'm proud of in this year. Sorry if I keep repeating myself. So yeah, I always said, okay, I'll go next year, and never went. But then 2019, I saw that Deicide was coming, Unleashed, and also Lacuna Coil, which unfortunately I missed them because when they were playing in my town, I had exams the day after, so yeah, I had to study. Plus, I needed to pass the exam because my grades were not that high. And really glad I got to see Lacuna Coil, Cradle of Filth, Metal Church, and Nervosa for the second time, Elstorm for the second time, Elvady, and Apocalyptico, which by the way, they're better than Metallica live. Yeah, I said it, sue me for it. And some anecdotes that happened during that festival was the first day before going into the festival, seeing Burning Witches, by the way. We were at a bar with these two girls and a guy. I don't know which one was his girlfriend. I didn't want to find out. Because if he dated the skinny one, then the fat one was single, and ugh, that's a joke. Yeah, we drink beers with them, and really funny people. talking with them about shows we've been to and all that stuff, what bands we liked. And then on the show, we saw this Spanish band, Megara. And it was pretty funny because they were doing this dark version of Alice in Wonderland. There was a girl on the stage who was supposedly Alice, and yeah, me and my friend, we took a picture with her, and it was pretty funny. She was holding me like this, a bit, kind of a tight grip, and then she was holding my friend's hairs, and she was like, oh, like that. And Burning Witches, ever since I saw them, I fucking love them. And I got a CD from them, Hexenhammer. Great album. I just heard a few tracks, but can't wait to listen to all of this. Haven't listened to it yet. And a t-shirt of that album. Because in the festival, I was planning on getting a t-shirt from them, but I was like, nah, there will be some cooler t-shirts in the other days. And yeah, unfortunately there wasn't. They took down the Burning Witches t-shirts. They took them out of the stand because, they packed their bags. But hey, at least I could get a Cradle of Filth t-shirt. And on Friday, another anecdote was that we were drinking from a liter of beer. We were all serving each other in little small cups, and every time we got our beer served, we went like "Skål," like the Vikings. And yeah, also met this guy who got his arm, who broke his wrist when he was moshing with during Nervosa set. Pretty awesome, pretty funny too. And yeah, anecdote of Saturday Night Festival was that when I was eating breakfast, there was Ryan, the drummer from Airborne. He was there at another table drinking beers with some other metalhead. And then he just looked at me, gave me a thumbs up. I gave him the horns. And when the guy left, he came close to me. He started talking to me. I thought he was just another metalhead. And yeah, we talked, and I asked him where he lived. He said he lived in a bus, and I told him, so what, are you touring or something? What band are you in? And he said, Airborne. And before he said that, he asked me if I liked Airborne. I said no, because I'm more of a thrash and death metal fan. And, I heard a few Airborne songs which didn't call my attention, I don't know. And then I told him, shouldn't you be in like a 5-star hotel or something? And he told me he's not pretentious. Pretentious being like, you think you're above it all. When he asked me the definition, and I told him, when you think you're above it all, and he said, yeah, correct. And then, he said, maybe the bands you listen to are like that. I met most of those bands. Of course he's a musician. He's probably toured with many of the bands that I like. Okay, so part 2, stay tuned.